Okay, so let's talk about stocking stuffers for a middle school boy. So I have a son that is very much into sports, and what I would suggest is if you have a son that's into sports, think about what type of sports they love, what type of sports would they like to get involved in, and then try to find some fun things that are different. I also, again, I try to think of things that they like, things that they would enjoy, things that they would never enjoy or like. I try to get a couple funny things. So let's just talk about my son. First of all, he has started to get into golf. So I might put some golf tees. I might put some golf balls. I know that you can buy a pack of golf balls and you can pull out inside here, as I spill it all in the cart, they have just the small packs that you can put in a stocking. I might also get him a glove. Now, these are all just suggestions. I probably am not going to get him all the stuff, but these are just some suggestions if you have a child that is enjoying any of these sports. So another thing that he really gets into is riding his bike. And I saw these today. They're called Wheel Brights, and they make your wheels glow when you ride your bike. So that's exciting. I might do something like that. One thing he for sure is into, and I will be getting this, is soccer. And so I try to think, like, what are some things? So shin guards, if they need new shin guards. I've got some soccer socks. I don't know if these are the ones that I'll get him. But then I found these that are very interesting. And it's probably backwards for you, but they're called lace bands. And they're stretchable rubber bands that you put around your shoes to keep your shoes tied. And a lot of times when he's playing soccer, his shoes come untied. So these are kind of crazy. I don't know if he'll love them, but that might be something fun that I would get him. If you have a child that's into tennis, of course, I would suggest some tennis balls. And then a fun something that they would never probably use or wear would be getting some headbands and the wristbands that say Wilson that are pretty fun. That's a funny something that you could get them. Again, if you have a child that's into baseball, I've got baseball gloves. I like this because this is a baseball that kind of teaches you how to pitch, learn how to pitch like a pro. I mean, who doesn't want to learn how to pitch like a pro? So those are some suggestions on something that I would probably do for him. Whatever he's the most into, which right now is soccer. So I'll probably do the crazy lace protectors, and I will do I don't think I'm going to do shin guards, but I probably will do the socks. Okay, so something else that I think is fun and funny for him, this is called stink stoppers for stinky feet. And because he's into athletics, his feet stink really bad. So I'll probably get him something like that. He also loves any type of putty. And I like this one because it's the brain putty. It never dries out. So it's something fun. It's different. It's Galaxium. So that's all about the galaxy, which is pretty funny. Okay, here's something that I will get him just because I think it's funny. But this is Lucky Charms lipstick, or not lipstick, sorry, lip gloss. I would never buy my son lipstick, but I would buy him some Lucky Charms lip gloss. He loves Lucky Charms. And this is the type of thing that I would suggest finding things that they love, that they're into, that they think are funny. He also goes through chargers like crazy. Now, I will tell you something about chargers. For my kids, I buy these cheapies. They usually last a few months. They get lost, they get broken, whatever. But they're cheap and they're perfect. I color code my kids. So he gets blue because he loves blue. Grady will get black, and my other son will either get white or red or whatever color I can find. Here's something else that's just a fun something, again, thinking outside of the box. These are called cord bites. So I have seen these on the internet and I think they're hilarious, but you put the cord through and it helps the cord stay on the iPad or the phone. He is also my son who gets hurt a lot. And I just, when I think about him, I'm like, he's always getting hurt. He's always asking for Band-Aids. So I found these emoji Band-Aids, which are hilarious. And he will think that those are very funny. They're not really something, he will use them. It's got the poop emoji on the back. He'll love it. It's fun, it's funny, it's different. all my kids are into Harry Potter, they're all into Legos, so I found this Harry Potter Lego, which is just something small. It's a little Lego thing that I can put in the stocking. Again, I don't know that I would put all this stuff, but I'm just trying to give you some suggestions and some ideas. He loves these pencils, and so what I like about these is that they have the interchangeable tops, so it's kind of like a fun pencil. It's not just pencil. So something that's fun and interactive is a great gift for this particular son. I will probably get him some sort of chapstick through the holidays. He really has a tough time. I did mention the Lucky Charms earlier. That might suffice. I'm not positive. I always try to do some sort of a journal, and I just buy these little cheapies. They're perfect. They're like $1.50, but my kids love to just kind of write in these. They're wonderful stocking stuffers. Another thing that I do for all my kids, and if the stocking is getting full, I'll do this and just have it to the side, but I try to do a movie of some sort. And so I think we have this movie. This probably wouldn't be one that I would get him, but I try to think back to movies that I loved as a kid, or something that's kind of funny, or it might be a new release that they've really, really wanted. If I do a new release that's, you know, pretty expensive, I probably wouldn't do some of the other things. Another something that he goes through like crazy, gloves. Here is a pack of, I think these are $1.50 for 3 packs of gloves. And I'm gonna get him these, and I'm gonna put one in his backpack. I'm gonna put one in our car. I'm gonna have these around because we go through these like crazy. Something else that's just a fun something to put in a stocking, these glow lights. They're just a fun filler, and there's something fun that they can play with. Also, I have a little bit of candy. I don't normally do a lot of candy, but I do love a little bit. I'll do that, and then again I might do some sort of gum, some sort of breath mint. Candy's not the primary thing that I put in a stocking, so I try to get creative and fun. The other thing that I might do, just to add to, I would not do a $30 gift card, but I would do a $10 gift card for Apple iTunes. I might do a $10 gift card to their favorite fast food restaurant, like Chick-fil-A, or, I mean, if they love McDonald's and we don't ever go to McDonald's, I might do a gift certificate there. Here's another something fun for a boy that's in middle school, is an Etch-a-Sketch. I maybe would do a comic book. He does love comics. And then I think about other things like socks. He loves fun socks. I know that in another son's pile of stocking stuff, there were these socks, and they're superhero socks, and there's 5 pairs. So that means that I could give each one of my kids a pair of socks in their stocking. So I try to think about things like that that are gonna be, you know, multi-pack or several different items. And when I put all that stuff in, I do not wrap it. I try to leave it so that it's fun. It's exploding out of the stocking. I also, and it's hilarious, you should see these people walking past me. I try to come to a corner where no one would see me, but they're hilarious. Here's some something else, like slimy fluff or anything slime. My kids love that. I might think of a game. Something that I didn't have in this stocking was a card game or a dice game, or something that's a small game that you can put in. I suggest going to the dollar store, looking through some of those things, pens, paper, anything that they would use on a regular basis, or anything that would be fun and different is what I would suggest to get a middle school boy. So good luck. I'll post a list with this, and I hope that this is helpful and that you have an amazing Christmas.